I can. Mindfulness is a habit, and it's very underutilized by mechanics. How let's describe this. Mindfulness isn't hokey pokey, isn't some psychological term for some motivational or inspirational speaker to use to try and sound intelligent. It's real. It's something that you can find everywhere, but you have to find it yourself. You have to be open to any form of communication that's happening around you. You can't, getting upset at the drop of a hat. It is not helpful.
No.
Being frustrated because something and I'll give you an example. If you read a diagnostic tree, and this is an example from my own life. If you read a diagnostic tree and you're going through step by step, and it tells you to look at a wiring diagram, and you look at the wiring diagram and you look at the pinout for a junction box or a pin connect or a connector, and it tells you check the blue wire for this much resistance. And you go to the connector and you do the hours worth of labor to try and get to that connector, and the pin that you're looking at, it says pin 1 is blue, check the wire. And when you get to the connector and the wire's red, it's very easy to throw your hammer across the shop at that point. Because now you don't know whether the diagnostic tree is wrong, that you were reading that's 15 feet away, that now you have to leave and go and read it again to make sure that's what it says.
Right.
You don't know whether the connector, the pinout's wrong. You don't know if it happens to be red because it's simply the wrong, they've labeled it in the book as it's blue and it's supposed to be red. You don't know whether that pin is in a different location now because there is a blue wire in pin 5, not pin 1. It's overwhelmingly frustrated when that kind of information, especially in diagnostics, it needs to be accurate for you to trust the results of your tests. If you are instantaneously frustrated, angry, or anxious, or any one of the negative emotions, your day is done. So you have to be mindful of that. 2, mindfulness also comes from understanding what your baymate's emotional states are like. If the baymate to your right and the baymate to your left came into work this morning, they didn't have their morning coffee, they haven't had their morning powwow, they didn't have a good night last night, they didn't sleep well, and they're angry just because they're existing, the likelihood that you're going to be angry because of that too is very likely. You have to be mindful of that. If you need to take a minute and breathe to make sure that you can take the next step in the diagnostic tree properly, you need to be doing it. Breathing.
And you have to be mindful of just how you're going to go about doing that too.
You have to be conscious of these things. It's not something that we tend to label in the shop. Taking a breath sounds like something you tell my 9-year-old.
Right.
But it's something that absolutely everybody needs to be doing. If you're about to get on especially if let's say it's 2023 now. Say you walk into you're walking into the shop, you're walking into a brand new Ford dealer, you're walking in, you open your toolbox and you log into CDK and you pull up the work order, and the first work order is a 5,000 mile check engine light on a brand new Mustang. You know beyond a shadow of a doubt that is going to eat your shorts in terms of diagnostic time. You are not going to get paid, or you are very unlikely to get paid. So yes, it's a nice car. Yes, it's going to sound nice to pull it into the shop, but you're going to have your shorts eaten on it. No questions about it.
I didn't know
that.
That's
an instant way that you're gonna get, the day is going to get set by that tone. You have to take a minute and realize that this is just the first job. It's just a job.
Yeah,
just fix the car.